everyone, and welcome back to Coffee and Praise. Today I wanted to share a portion of Proverbs 4. It'll be verses 20 through 27. I've been meaning to follow along with Coffee and Bible Times praying through Proverbs calendar for the month. I haven't done day 1 through 3 yet, but I wrote them down, of course, on a random piece of paper with this really cool pencil that my sister Swan gave me. It's a thing. I think she said it's one that you never have to sharpen and it never like runs out. Like you just use it forever, which is really cool. So that's what I was using today. I wanted to try that pencil out. But anyway, what I'm going to do is I was doing some watercolors, which has been one of my, I guess, added to one of my morning routine. And so this is sort of what I don't know. I was going for like a sunset type thing. I'm not good at, I can envision what I want, but getting it out on paper is really hard. I've always loved to write, and I can come up with what I think are great stories in my head. But when I write them down, I lose it. And I think it's part just distraction. Because back when I had a computer, it's been a long time. I wrote probably 12 pages of a story that I thought of. It's kind of like a children's story. But I did it when I don't have to look directly at the page or pay attention to how my writing is. I can just type and just kind of imagine what's going on in my head. It is a lot harder to do that when I'm writing, because then I write messy or, kind of go off the page and then I can't read what I wrote. But anyway, now to the proverb. Starting in verse 20 of chapter 4. My son, pay attention to what I am saying. Incline your ear to my words. Don't let them out of your sight. Keep them deep in your heart, for they are life to those who find them and health to their whole being. Above everything else, guard your heart, for it is a source of life's consequences. Keep crooked speech out of your mouth. Banish deceit from your lips. Let your eyes look straight ahead. Fix your gaze on what lies in front of you. Level the path for your feet. Let all your ways be properly prepared. Then deviate neither right nor left, and keep your foot far from evil. It's one of the sections of Proverbs that I've always liked. What they titled today's section on the calendar is Guard Your Heart. And that's really important for us to do, because if we're not guarding our heart, we can get hurt very easily. We can fall into emotional traps. When we go off just our feelings, we end up in places we shouldn't be, or in positions we shouldn't be in, with relationships, friendships, or intimate relationships, or even with work, even with things like that. I feel like this is the best thing for me, and we need to take some time to seek God on those things and really sit down with ourselves. Like, is this really the best thing for me? Is this really the best person, the best job, the best move that I'm making? If this is the best, whatever it is, so that you don't end up getting bad life consequences. I know, like, for me, I've used that as some, the feelings. I felt lonely, so I jumped into a relationship when I was younger, and it wasn't the best relationship, and I kind of already knew that that's how it was going to be. Not exactly, I didn't know for sure, but there was signs before that this was not the place for me. There was a lot of reasons for it, and that really did a number on the way I guess dealt with things after that, you know, as far as like how I trusted people because my trust was broken. My, you know, just those things that you say, you know, you love somebody and you get into these relationships and then they betray you and things got really, you know, rocky. There was just a lot of things in there that were really bad. And I should have known that. I should have guarded my heart. I should have known better. And I did know better. I just was in that point in time where I didn't care about myself necessarily. I guess it was kind of like I'm just going to do whatever and I don't want to be by myself anymore, and here I go. So that lasted about a year of my life, and it changed me in a lot of ways, and not necessarily good ones, because it hardened my heart. It made me weary of people just in general. There was a lot of anxiety and depression because of it, and that stuff I had already dealt with anyway, so this just kind of like made things a little worse. And that's, you know, when I dealt with a lot of panic attacks and different things for a lot of different reasons. And I won't get into all that story because it's not, I don't think it's something I need to share now, maybe eventually, but it just did do a number on me because there was consequences for my choices. And that's why we need to guard our hearts, because no matter what decision we make, there's going to be a consequence. There's going to be a blessing. There's going to be, you know, but what can we keep ourselves from if we just took the time to guard our hearts and to think and to make good decisions and to seek God first and make sure this is something that is good for us. And here, I just love the Proverbs. They're just so wise in their wisdom. But there's just so much in here that even in just a little section, you can find so much direction for your life if you just paid attention. You know, it's just like God will show us which way to go, what the path for us is supposed to be like. And I'm not saying that He forces things on you or anything like that. We have free will to make our choices. But when we seek Him on those choices and really wait on Him to show us, things will be different. You know, we won't suffer more than what we already do in this life. I did like when it talks about deviate neither right nor left to keep your foot from evil. Straight, be on the straight and narrow path. Focus on God. Focus on what He's done for us, and He has the best intentions for us. He wants us to have a good life, and we do live in a broken world, so we are going to deal with a lot of things. We're human. We are messed up. We mess up. We cause problems for other people, and they cause problems for us. But if we guard our hearts, things will be better. Things will be a little easier for us to deal with, and when we go through things, it'll be easier to overcome. Now, I haven't written out the prayer yet. I hope to do that maybe after this video. I'm going to try to make a few short videos because I know my last ones were really long and it was even in 3 parts, but I don't have a lot of days where I feel like filming. There's a lot of reasons for that, and I think I'll do that in the next video because I do want to share some of that with you guys. So let me know what you think of this psalm. I don't know if anything I said made any sense, but I'm sharing just what I think when I read this. So go read it for yourself. Pray and ask God to reveal to you what He needs you to see. as you read his word. And when I write down my prayer, I will share that. Either I will add that to the end of this video and just come back on later and do that part, or I will just take a picture of the journal piece and add that to the end. I hope you have a wonderful day and that you will read the Proverbs with me if you'd like. I did share in my community tab, I believe I shared the Coffee and Bible Time community post of their calendar for the month. So if you'd like to join me, that would be wonderful. You can share what you're learning in the comments below, or if you have a YouTube channel, let me know. You can let me know below if you have a channel and what it's about, and I will check you out. And I don't know what else I was going to say. So I will end this video here, and I will be back later to share the rest of this proverb, my prayer, and all that. And I will see you in the next video, which will be probably 5 seconds from now. All right. God bless you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.